Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a box office breakdown show. Here at Max Talks Movies, my name is Max Dinenberg. If you're new to the channel, I break down the box office, not just the weekend, but also domestic and worldwide, every single Monday here on the channel, as we do other movie reviews, TV show reviews, movie rankings as well. So please subscribe, ring that bell. As I said, I do other movie reviews, 3 of the films this past weekend that are in the top 5. I have done movie reviews of, so please click those at the end of the video. Like the video, guys. The thumbs up button helps the algorithm out if you think it or not. It really does help suggest this video for people who want to learn about box office. They'll watch this video. Comment down below, what movies did you see in the theaters this past weekend? What are you excited for this upcoming, really the last weekend before we get our next big movie of the year? Let's get into the box office. So this past weekend, not shockingly, the Fantastic Beasts franchise is #1 again. Fantastic Beasts: The Secret of Dumbledore, but a worst for the Harry Potter franchise, for the Wizarding World, as they say. $42.1 million domestic opening, by far and away the worst of the 11-film franchise. Already, the Fantastic Beasts films were already one of the 3 weakest films domestically, and it's gone down. The original film was around $72 million opening weekend. The next film was around 62, Crimes of Grindelwald, and it's dropped now to 42 million. So this has been a franchise that has been one of the most awkward, tense, weird franchises of all time as it pertains to J.K. Rowling, who we can all agree has had some really awful stuff about trans women in particular that has really hurt not just this film, but the entire franchise and her reputation in this franchise. They had the recasting of Johnny Depp, even though most people agree Mads Mikkelsen was a probably stronger casting for Grindelwald. There's still a lot of people who believe the firing of Johnny Depp was unfair. And then obviously a week before this film came out, the Ezra Miller incident in Hawaii came out. So there's just a lot of just craziness. Also because the Warner Brothers, which is now Warner Brothers Discovery, announced that they have not greenlit 4 and 5. And that is not giving anyone any hope. Based on that notion, I believe that this Fantastic Beasts franchise might be dead in theaters. I think there's a good chance that if they want to continue doing movies, I think a good idea of just doing a Grindelwald versus Dumbledore films with just Jude Law and Mads Mikkelsen. And they can also still do the Fantastic Beasts of Newt and all those friends, but it just feels like there's too many different franchises that are going on in the same franchise. There's also a Untitled Harry Potter, like a Wizarding World TV show that they Warner Brothers want to do. This is a franchise that is still bankable, but because of all of the BS surrounding, I think this essence of the franchise could be dead. Really interested to see. I don't think they'll get greenlit for 4 or 5. It'll be interesting to see if they go a different way and just do the Jude Law and Mads Mikkelsen stuff, or if they'll just go to TV for this franchise. Will be interesting. Again, this is so weird because this franchise is a franchise that I grew up with. As a kid, all these movies were coming out, aging up with the children for the most part. But it was definitely my type of generation's childhood growing up in the early 2000s with this franchise. So to see it at this point now where it is just not bankable currently in the domestic box office, big disappointment. And it looks like maybe J.K. Rowling could be done making Harry Potter films on her own. We shall see. On the other hand, on a positive note, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is in second place. It only dropped 59% in the second weekend. Not a great drop, but it still made $30.3 million at the box office, which in 2 weekends, it's already at $118 million. So while this isn't breaking any new, this is not a top tier box office hit, this is still a major hit for Paramount that don't really have that many franchises. And this is a great family-friendly franchise, and it shows you what the market is. Superhero films and really family films are being and IPs are kind of the films that have really taken over the box office since the pandemic. Sonic 1, this is done better than Sonic 1 at the moment. They already have a Knuckles show announced for Paramount Plus, and I believe Sonic 3 has been greenlit. Not shockingly, as this franchise is bankable at the box office as families across the board are checking out this new film. In third place, shockingly still at number 3, is The Lost City in its 4th weekend. The Lost City is now up to $6.2 million, a 31% dip for The Lost City. Its 4-week total is 78.2. Really good for an original non-IP throwback romantic comedy. I found this is the type of film that I just talked about that has not been doing well at the box office, but The Lost City is another, and this was also, guys, another Paramount movie. So, I mean, Paramount is really 4 for 4 with their movies basically being box office hits. If you talk about Scream, Jackass Forever, The Lost City, and Sonic 2, they have been on a roll so far in 2022, and they have Top Gun Maverick coming out in late May. So good news for Paramount. In fourth place this weekend, joining the top 5 finally, is Everything Everywhere All at Once, the new Michelle Yeoh multiverse type film that is, I mean, everyone is talking about that if they've seen it or not. It's gone from really small and now it has expanded now to over 2,000 theaters for the first weekend. $6.1 million for Everything Everywhere at All Once. But it's technically, this is its 4th weekend of release, but this is its widest release opening weekend. It's currently at 17.6 for its overall gross. This is an A24 film. We shall see if this film continues to grow. This is a really widely talked about film that is not getting to every single theater, but it should be interesting to see, especially down the awards season, if this film can get some award nominations. This movie has a lot of buzz with it. And finishing off the top 5 was a film that actually released on Wednesday, which was the new In Time for Easter film, conservative Catholic Christian film, Father Stew, which made $5.4 million. Really bad opening for Father Stew for Mark Wahlberg, Mel Gibson. This film has gotten awful reviews and has been quietly, even though people are talking about it in a negative way, or people don't even know that it was out this past weekend. So not good news for Mark Wahlberg as he continues to try to become another bankable actor today. Let's look at the 2022 domestic box office. The Batman, as you can tell, is finally off our top 5 weekend, but it's #1 domestic with 385 domestic. If you're not also familiar, the Batman released today on HBO Max with no extra cost, 45 days after its initial release. So the Batman, you don't have to watch it in theaters. I think that's a big reason why people did not go see in the theaters this past weekend, because they knew they would get it for free today. So the Batman is available today on HBO Max. So if you have it, you can just pull it up and watch it. But it's #1, 385, big win for Warner Brothers. It's head and shoulders above. #2 is Uncharted, 145 million for Sony, another win for Sony. We'll get to the loss for Sony in just a bit. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is at #3 in 2 weekends. Sonic is at #3, 118 domestically, and it probably could get past Uncharted. Sonic has 2 more weeks before a big movie hits theaters, which will drive all the box office towards itself. Scream is at #4 with 81. Lost City is at #5. So that is 3 straight Paramount films. That's 3 of the top 5 films this year are Paramount films. #6 is Morbius. As you can tell, Morbius has already dropped out of the top 5 this weekend at the box office. Just not good. Morbius is stuck at 65 million domestically. While it was made for 75 million, this is a really poor number. This is one of the rare losses for Sony that they haven't had in a while. Morbius has gotten absolutely crushed at the box office, and it did not even hang in the top 5 this weekend. At the box office, Dogs at #7, Jackass Forever is at 8, Death on the Nile is at 9, and after 1 weekend, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore is at #10, kicking off Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie. Worldwide, the Batman's still #1. It has finally reached 750 million. It's currently at 751. So obviously the Batman will not get to $1 billion, but still massive win at the box office. Really, this is the second biggest film of the pandemic, obviously behind Spider-Man: No Way Home. #4 is Uncharted, which is at 389 worldwide. Fantastic Beasts was released a week before domestically, internationally. Fantastic Beasts is up to 192 worldwide, 42 domestic, it's 150 internationally, $200 million budget for The Secrets of Dumbledore. So it's too big of a budget. That's why it's a big loss for the Wizarding World and Warner Brothers. It's a $200 million budget, and it's still not even at 200 million worldwide. So it needs at least 400, it needs another $200 million, which we probably will not get. So big loss for the Wizarding World, but it's still at number 6 worldwide. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is at number 7. It's made 186 worldwide. Morbius is at number 9. It's made 146 worldwide. And Scream has finished off the top 10 worldwide films with 138. So big losers. You can tell Morbius and Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. The question is, will Fantastic Beasts, before we get to the end of the video, 3 movies. This is kind of the last week before Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness comes out, because no one is going up against that film either the week before or the same day as Doctor Strange. This is the last week you want to see a new film before Doctor Strange 2. 3 films. You got a lot of variety here, and there's plenty of variety here. First is The Northman, that's coming out. All 3 films are coming out Friday. You have The Northman, the new Robert Eggers film. You have the DreamWorks animated film, The Bad Guys, and then you also have The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. All come out this week in theaters exclusively. Obviously, this is the week after. There's no films, and we're kind of waiting to see if Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness can break more box office history for Marvel. It comes out in 2 weeks from Friday. So very exciting news. The question is, guys, will Fantastic Beasts kill the Wizarding World franchise? Will we get 2 more films in the Fantastic Beasts universe? Will they go to streaming? What will happen with this franchise? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video. Sorry, a lot to talk about this weekend. There's some big winners and some big losers. Let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video. I'll see you guys soon.